Hey there humans, Bob here with another Marvel Avengers video, and that's it. It's official. Avengers is dead. Literally just a couple of hours ago, I just did a video on a leak, an article about a leak from Miller, our resident leaker, talking about the fact that they may announce that the game will be dead next week, and it turns out that has been expedited yet again, seemingly because of the leak from Miller and the article that was featured on Xputer. And I'm going to be doing this video completely off the cuff, no script. I figured I'd just give you guys a bit of a brain dump and run you through what's actually in the article, because in true Avengers fashion, the website has gone down and it's pretty much non-accessible to most there, but I do have a copy of the information, so I'll be running you through that and hopefully throwing up some of the images, some of the screenshots that I was able to get hold of, thanks to Calix, one of the moderators for Avengers. So big thank you to Cal for that. But yeah, I'm going to be throwing them up on screen. I'm going to be talking through them and hopefully give you guys some answers if you weren't able to see them from the article. But let's go through it now. So, starts off going, we know this is disappointing news as everyone in our community has such a connection with these characters and their stories. We're so grateful that you came on this adventure with us. Your excitement for Marvel's Avengers, from your epic photo mode shots to your threads theorizing who our next heroes would be to your Twitch streams, has played a large part in bringing this game to life. We hope you continue to play and enjoy Marvel's Avengers. We can't thank you enough for your support and for being part of our super team, the Marvel Avengers development team. So they go into, after this, after their little parting speech, they go into the questions that we might have and attempting to answer some of them. First one being, who made the decision to end support for the game? The decision was made in conjunction with our partners that now was the right time to make this change. I don't know who their partners are. I'm assuming that's something like the Embracer Group and anyone who was involved in the game. Marvel, obviously, being a part of that. I don't know if Intel, if there's any kind of involvement from them or any of the other partners that like Five Gum or anything. I think they're mainly talking about Marvel themselves and in the Embracer Group, assuming just going, hey, this isn't it. This isn't profitable enough anymore. We can't afford the license for the game, etc., etc. Kaput. So when will support for Marvel Avengers end? The support for the game will officially discontinue on September the 30th, 2023, which is pretty much when they're going to be pulling it from the store as well. So if you do want to keep this game, I guess don't remove it from your store if that's an option for the store that you're using. If you want to keep hold of it, if you want to carry on playing, which we'll address in a minute, you probably don't want to get rid of it. But if you do want to get rid of it and you're done with the game at this point, or anywhere between before September the 30th, yeah, that is maybe something you want to consider. But the support will officially end on September the 30th, which is in line with what I've been talking about on stream for a while. It'll be basically the end of 3 years of the game, so that will be when it's gone. Will I still be able to play the game solo is another question here. And yes, you will be able to play all the solo play content, and that will continue to be available after September the 30th, 2023. So you will still be able to go through Reassemble and all the operations and everything there. Will I still be able to play with my friends? Yes, multiplayer will still be accessible after support discontinues on September the 30th, 2023. Multiplayer will continue to require Xbox Live Gold on Xbox platforms and PS Plus on PlayStation platforms, which means we can still play the game, which is, I think, good, because obviously a lot of us have spent a lot of time and a lot of money on this game as well, so that's definitely something that is worthwhile knowing. We still will be able to play it. I'm really happy about this, quite frankly, because obviously them not letting people play it after its support discontinues would have been honestly a major L after a series of, well, let's face it, L's. So yeah, I'm glad about that. At least those of us who will still want to play it after the game officially discontinues any kind of support, at least we'll still be able to have access to it. Will single player and multiplayer be available forever, though? The changes that we're making to how the game functions will ensure as long as life are possible. However, after September 30th, 2023, we can't guarantee that we'll be able to address issues that occur due to unforeseen circumstances. So, will it be available forever? Maybe. Probably not. But they're doing everything in their power to be able to assure as long a life as possible, which could mean anything. If we know how, you know, the multiplayer elements of this game work, that could mean it could last a week, it could last a year, who knows. But we will have at least till September, and after September we will still hopefully have some time playing the game, if anybody still wants to be playing the game, because quite frankly, the player base has been dwindling, especially on the platform that I play on, which is PC. So I don't expect it will be doing anything outside of that, outside of a die-hard community of people who still want to play it offline. But I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully the changes they make will include things like being able to maybe complete the raid solo or do the OLT solo. I don't know, that would be something I'd like to see, and I think that's something I'm going to advocate for, as I'm still technically part of the creator program as well. That will be something I'll be advocating for, allowing, you know, removals of time gates and stuff like that, although it might address that further along in here, so we'll have to keep an eye out. Let's carry on. So what happens between now and September the 30th, 2023? The game will continue to run as it has until March 31st, 2023. At that time, update 2.8 will launch with the game's final balance changes, and all marketplace challenge cards and shipment cosmetics will be made available to all players for free. Now, this is fantastic in my mind. It's the best thing they could have done. I'm glad they did this, but I am very, very sorry to any players who've spent any kind of money in the past, like especially in the past like couple of weeks, but you know, just recently putting their money into the game in an effort. And in fact, I saw a comment on my previous video which was saying that someone had spent around about $140 in the game. I'm really sorry to hear that you've spent money on the game, especially when they're giving everything away for free now in March, but hopefully you enjoy the game enough that you can still enjoy it. But yes, guys, don't buy credits. Don't spend any money. Don't put any money into the game is my best advice to everybody here. Because you get to get it all for free anyway. So hopefully you haven't spent too much money on the game recently. Hopefully you're happy with this choice to give everything away for free. If not, I'm just really sorry to hear it. And hopefully you can get what you can out of the game either way. What happens when the update 2.8 goes live though? So on March the 31st, 2023, with update 2.8, we'll give all players access to the marketplace cosmetics, including every outfit, takedown, and nameplate that were previously purchasable with credits. In addition, all cosmetic items previously earnable through hero challenge cards and shipments will also be made available to players. That for me is quite good because I was definitely missing a few. It'll be interesting to see what we actually get with there, because I know there was a bunch of recolors and a bunch of things going on there, and there's also some skins that have also been developed that have not actually been launched as of yet as well. So you know, there's a bunch of things that a lot of this won't have had access to, even the most hardcore players. So yeah, hey, I'll take that as a small recompense, I guess. Another question will be, will I still be able to buy the game after March 31st, 2023? I don't imagine anybody's going to want to, but if they do, they can. The game will remain available for purchase digitally between March the 31st and September the 30th, 2023, and at retail while supplies last. No new digital purchases of the game will be available after September the 30th, 2023. So if you do want to get the game and you don't have it already, if you don't want to get it for some morbid reason, you can buy it, and I would suggest you buy it before then. In fact, I'm probably going to see if I can get it for a few of my friends, just in case I can convince them to finally run a raid or cloning labs with me. It's got that bad, guys. If I buy a pre-owned copy of the game on disc after September the 30th, 2023, do I get all the free cosmetics? Yes, everyone who owns the game will get access to the same suite of free cosmetics. Great news, I guess. If I delete my digital version of the game, can I reinstall it after September the 30th, 2023? Yes, if you own the game before September 30th, you will be able to reinstall it after that date. However, as noted above, after September 30th, we can't guarantee that we'll be able to address issues that occur due to unforeseen circumstances. So any bugs that are present at September the 30th will continue to be present post that date, by the looks of it. Why are you giving away all the marketplace content away for free? We wanted to show our players how much we've appreciated their support over the past few years. Gifting the full library of marketplace content is a way to say thank you to our community by letting them experience the breadth of content in Marvel Avengers. Honestly, I think that's the best move they could have made in terms of PR. I think the PR is going to be bad enough on it already, considering they were selling $75 skin packs 2 days ago. I will try and remain as positive I can, as positive as I can about this game. But ultimately, like, let's be fair, that's definitely done to avoid annoying more people. But I'll take it as a win. I'll take whatever I can as a win. At least we get free stuff, I guess. But for those who've already bought and paid for a lot of the items, especially recently, again, I'm really sorry if that's happened to you. This is obviously not a great situation to be in. But reality is reality. At least we get something out of it. Hopefully you get as much as you can out of this as well. Moving on to the next one. Will events like the Red Room Takeover still run after tomorrow and September the 30th? Yes, they will run in rotation every 2 weeks. For those of us who are going to continue to play it, which I probably will. I really love this game. I probably will. I'll probably keep doing stuff to be able to get like god rolls and stuff like that every now and then. So I'll take that as a win as well. They'll run in rotation, and maybe I'll finally get the god rolls I've been looking for. Who knows? Either way, that is a thing that will continue to exist. Will any new stories, features, or heroes be added to the game after update 2.8? This one's a hard hitter. No new stories, features, or heroes will be added to the game, and our final balance update will occur with update 2.8 in March. So we will sadly, and this is probably the biggest thing for me, the most upsetting thing for me, and I know for a lot of people, we will never see where the story was actually going. This will be it. There will be no new heroes. We'll not see Captain Marvel. We'll not see the Kree invasion. We're not going to see anything that we really, honestly, I think, just wanted to see the end of that and just get the Kree invasion. Even if it ended up with just going, hey, this is the Kree invasion, it ended, boom, boom, boom. I think people would have been, I know a lot of us would have been, okay, right, we'll take that and that'll be the end of it. But we didn't get that, which honestly, it's just quite, I'll be honest, it's quite infuriating to see. But again, not able to argue with reality. Maybe I'll just make something up in my head on how it ended. But yeah, we won't be seeing the story end. It will be left up in the air, which is honestly one of the biggest fails of this game. And I'm really gutted that that's happening. Especially as we didn't really get anything to further the story in the past like 6 to 9 months anyway. So it's not like I expected it, but it's a real shame that it didn't happen. But yeah, hey, that's life, I guess. Will there be any additional bug fixes after update 2.8? We may deploy bug fixes after after update 2.8 and before September the 30th if needed. However, we can't guarantee that we'll be able to make any changes after the end of the support for the game. After September the 30th, if something happens like my save file gets corrupted, who do I contact? After September the 30th, we will no longer provide support for Avengers. So back up your save files on a USB or something like it. Back them up, like just in case. I don't know. Just be careful, I guess, if you do want to hold your save files in the future. What support will be discontinued? After September the 30th, we will no longer add new content or provide customer support for the game. In addition, Marvel's Avengers will no longer be available for purchase. Pretty much covered that already, but just reiterating it, I think, for those who don't quite grab it, you can't buy it. There'll be nothing new. We'll get one more balance update, and that's it. What about outfits that are earned in-game through missions or challenge cards? Again, they will be available and earnable in the cosmetic vendor, mission rewards and patterns. All other cosmetics will be granted to players for free. Is anything happening with the cosmetic vendor? No, the cosmetic vendor will still remain. A question some of you might actually have, though, is what happens to your current credit balance? So if you've bought credits recently, what happens to those? Well, when update 2.8 goes live, all remaining credit balances will be converted into in-game resources. And I'll try and show this table, although I apologize for the quality. Like I say, this was a screenshot that we were given afterwards, as the site isn't currently working for many. Here's the table, though, with the resources that will be granted on existing credit balances. So essentially, if you had 1 to 999, you get 1,600. Do you know what? I'm not going to list this off. I'll leave this up for a bit. You can read through this, but essentially they're still capped either way. So everything you get, essentially, if you had anything over 10,000 credits, you'll pretty much get max everything. So enjoy that. But I'm really sorry that you just paid around about $90, I think it is, at least, to get those, because essentially, obviously, they're all earnable in game anyway. One thing I think I'll note here is I'm going to make a really concerted effort to push for upgrade modules to be much more earnable and see if that's a thing that they can do, the thing that they can allow to make upgrade modules more accessible. But again, no promises there, because it seems like they're pretty much just going for everything. But I'll do my best. Are refunds available for credit purchase? This announcement does not alter any standard refund policies or terms offered by the storefronts from which you purchase credits. We are not offering special refunds as a result of closing the marketplace. So that's basically a middle finger for anybody who just bought credits. I am sorry. Again, I had no prior information to this. So if I did, I would have told you. Know that I would have told you, but I have. This is the first we're hearing of it. This is the first time reading of it as I'm reading it out to you now. So I'm really sorry. If you are able to get refunds, try. If not, then enjoy your extra resources, I guess. But I'm very sorry to hear that if that's the case. Moving on to the next one, which is honestly, this one's a real kick in the teeth. I really wish they'd done something about this, but Spider-Man will in fact remain a PlayStation exclusive. I really think that is something that maybe I would have liked to have seen. At least they just give that to the Xbox and PC players. I think that would have softened the blow at least a little bit, but meh. It is what it is. I guess I get to play them on PlayStation still, but that's a real shame to hear. The shipments will no longer be active though as well. They will, since everything will actually be granted to everybody after the March 2.8 update. And will Marvel's Avengers continue to be available on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus Extra? Marvel's Avengers is available on both, and the changes discussed in this blog will apply to the Game Pass and PlayStation Plus Extra versions of the game as well. For any updates, stay tuned to the Xbox and PlayStation social channels. One thing I'll say about this is, if you want to continue playing the game and you have had the Game Pass version or the PlayStation Plus Extra version, and you want to keep playing it, I think what they're trying to say here without saying anything is probably buy it if you want to keep it. If not, you might end up losing it. That's not official. That's just me reading between the lines. But if that's the thing you want to do, maybe consider grabbing it. I'm assuming I'm assuming it's going to go on sale before September 30th. I would have liked to have seen them just go, hey, it's now free to play. But I guess that's not something they're planning on doing, which honestly, I'm not surprised. They didn't do it while it was live, and when it could have helped. So I don't imagine they're going to do it now either way. But that's it. That's everything that's in the blog. That's everything that's in that post that I've been shared. Maybe there's something extra in there that I've missed. I've not been sent, but I believe that is everything. Again, thank you to Calix for sending that across, and thank you to everybody in the community for sticking by me and enjoying my content. Hopefully you continue to stick by as we cover other games, and hopefully you had a lot of fun in Avengers. If you didn't, then I'm sorry to hear that too, I guess. Please keep it civil in the comments. I know a lot of people really enjoyed this game, and you probably wouldn't have liked it if your favorite game got canned as well. So just be respectful of others, and as always, stay safe, stay awesome, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.